Name is Angelique Sharpe. Last name Sharpe. First name Angelique.
A little louder.
Oh, last name Sharpe, Sharpe. First name Angelique, Angelique. And I am a Links peer mentor here at UWM. Links stands for Leading and Inspiring New and Knowledgeable Students. I'm here as a peer mentor basically because UWM does have a history of poor advising, and I was actually one of those students who was a victim of that, and I felt like I wanted to funnel that energy into something positive and serve as a mentor or get inside of an organization on this campus that basically serves as a middleman between the advisor and between the advisor for the student, because advisors really don't have time to do one-on-one or build with the mentees and get to know them a little bit better. And I think that with us having more time spending with them, we can find out what their needs are more and actually just be resourceful for them in a lot of different ways. So that's my main reason for working here.
Do you feel like UWM is kind of negligent in that role of advising students or being a presence to students below higher education, like in high schools and in cities?
Right.
Milwaukee Public
Schools?
Schools?
Oh man, definitely. UWM has a large responsibility, especially being like the only public university here in the city, sitting in a school system that's 80% minority, and having only 15% minorities reflected here. That just itself shows that it's a real huge problem, and the retention rate is really high with students of color. So I really would like to just help anybody, just to help keep them in the university by giving them all kinds of resources, anything that they need to keep them here so we can graduate them, because a lot of students have an idea inside of their head where they feel like getting in school is an accomplishment. I mean, to a degree it is accomplishment, but it's not really, the goal is really to graduate. I mean, a lot of people can say I went to college, but less people can say I actually made it. So I think it speaks a lot more volumes producing graduates than actually saying students of color are coming in. I think that's something that the university has confused. I believe that they're looking at it from the side is we're having a lot of students of color coming in, and I'm not saying that they might, I'm not for sure what those numbers are, but the retention rate is so high, we don't see them. So I think that that's pretty much I'll get that.
So Milwaukee Public School enrollment is pretty much at an all-time low this year. How do you feel about that?
Say it again.
Milwaukee Public School enrollment hit an all-time low this year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you feel about that?
Wow, all-time low. Where are the kids? Where they at? MPS have an all-time low. My guess is that a lot of students are being left behind. Bush said he didn't want to leave them behind, but obviously they are. If it's an all-time low, I mean, that's surprising to me. I at least thought that it would be students enrolled in school, but I didn't know that. I mean, maybe they weren't graduating, but I didn't even know that myself, that it was an all-time low. I think that's unacceptable. I think that that's not just a university thing, or it's not just an MPS thing. That's a community thing. And I think that's where the community centers, the community agencies, nonprofit agencies that provide and get federal funding and grants and things to provide programs for these kids, that's where they need to extend their hands way out right now and grasp those kids and try to get them into programs and things that engage them in after school activities. So maybe when they do get out of school, they can have something positive to look forward to than going out the street and to hustle to make a buck or whatever it is that they're doing. So,
in general, what would you say, like MPS students who do enroll at UWM, what are their stories like? What kind of do they tell you that they get encouraged to like seek higher education, or I mean, what kind of
Right. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's
Jared,
what,
are you an MTS student?
most of them when they
He's a
come
good person
here,
to
especially a lot of my mentees too, what they tell me is the fact that a lot of them are first generation and they're just excited and just grateful and happy to be here, but they don't see, like I said, that it's not about being here, it's about graduating. So that's how we end up losing students at the university, because it's a large commuter school and there isn't enough things being provided at this university to engage students. Like there are student organizations. We are trying to do what we can in the Black Student Union, in Latino Student Union, Asian Student Ambassador. They're trying to do what we can to retain our minorities as they come in. But I think that most of them tell us that it's boring here, that it's not enough students, not enough students that look like them, it's not enough faculty that look like them, it's not enough programming, things that actually keep them engaged. And I think, I mean, one of the things is kind of, if you look around here at this time of night, there's not really anything open, and we're here volunteering our time as Links mentors to have open study session during finals right now. That's why you see students in here. I mean, that's us volunteering, because there's nothing here on campus really at nighttime. It's only the terrace open to like 2 a.m. and there's the EMS open 24 hours, and the library closes at midnight. But other than that, there's no advisors here right now. There's no centers open right now. There's nothing open. I mean, so I mean, what about the students that come to night school because they have a child or something like that? I mean, they come to an empty, closed down school. So,
you think as an urban university, UWM is kind of failing the community in a lot of ways? And if so, like, what do you feel
I
about
think
that?
that UWM does play a large, like I said, they play a really large role in helping out the community. I know that there's some privatization and corporatization going on at this university and trying to turn it into a research institution. And I think that's horrible for urban students who, I mean, that would turn this university into like a specialized institution. So you would have to like go here for only certain majors instead of it being open to all students. Where are they going to go? I mean, we can't. The cities out of the large population of students in MPS, Parkside, Whitewater, all the students can't hold the graduates coming out of MPS. They can't hold all of the students. So I can see. Most students, the only place that they'll be able to afford to go really is MATC, and students are looking for a more higher degree than what MATC is offering. So, not saying that it's not a bad school or anything, but I think MATC also can play a